Alright, we'll just do it this way then. Man, I didn't realize that that $25 random had such low. No wonder it didn't fill. I was like, I don't understand. I didn't realize the post reach was so bad. Alright, let me get everybody tagged again and we'll actually go live for real this time. I don't know what it is with the computer. I was gonna say normally that's a RAM issue, but like when it started to happen, I replaced the RAM, so say something else needs upgraded on it. CPUs aren't that much, as in the actual processor's not. They're not outrageous anymore. I know it doesn't need a new graphics card because the graphics card is still a 1080 Ti, so I mean not obviously the newest graphics card, but I mean, it's still playing some of the newer games at almost full settings, so it's not that. And it really only happens when I run Streamlabs, so I thought it for sure was a RAM issue, but it's not. So I apologize for that. Obviously, it very rarely happens before I stream. Normally, I restart the computer. Just in case, to make sure that like the RAM cache is cleared, to make sure that there's nothing randomly running in the background from earlier in the day. But I didn't do that because obviously I was a little bit behind waiting for the dog to finish going to the bathroom, so my apologies for not following the normal standard operating procedure over here. I think I have everybody tagged that's in the break. Get sellers back. I was gonna say, and that should be everybody. Like I said, I apologize for that. I was gonna say, very, very rarely happens. Anybody wants to know, I made a post that pretty much got a blue screen of death that just says that the computer needed to restart or whatever because it was over maxed. Now, I have had it happen where the antivirus runs in the background, and I think that's what happened that time. But if you restart the computer, it won't run until the computer's on for at least an hour. So, and that's something I have to run for work like once a day, and I have tried to shut it off before, but McAfee's like extra ridiculous. Nobody knows I still work for the government, so you have to have like a certain. There's only like 2 approved antivirus suites that you're allowed to have on your computer, that you have to have on your computer to be allowed to connect to the government stuff remotely or whatever, or to work on documents. I don't know what the actual technical rule is, but I didn't write the SSP for it, so I don't really know. Anyway, hope everybody's had a good week, having a good Friday. We got Man Cowerkin Jr. here, Project 2020. Ben Butler made the card. Give him a nice rub on the 3 boxes here. What I was saying before is I realize now why this break took so long to fill at the price. I was like, man, I don't know. Like, people ask for cheaper randoms or cheaper breaks. The cheaper pick your teams weren't really killing it. So I was like, you know what? I'll just keep pulling out $25 randoms because the price is good. I'm actually going to throw probably up a $25 random and do 2 jumbos maybe tomorrow of it and see how that does. I might have to make it $27. I got to look at the actual math of what jumbos cost me, because I think this one is pretty close to what the price is of a hobby, and there are 2 hobbies and a jumbo minus like the shipping. I don't think there's much wiggle room because I made the assumption that people were going to go grab multiple spots whenever I did the pricing. So it might be maybe $27, but it won't be much more. It'll be definitely less than $30. It'll roughly be the price of a blaster to get in it too. I'll start doing jumbo since I have so many jumbo boxes. We'll keep doing the cheaper randoms for Series 2. And then I'll try to do cheaper randoms for mixers with a couple box mixers whenever different stuff comes out. Obviously, some boxes, like let's say Tribute or other things, kind of price out of a cheap random, like just in general. Can't really do much of the hobby box itself is $500+. Which I mentioned it. Tribute comes out next week. I believe it's the 23rd. I think that's Wednesday. 5 cases coming. Definitely going to run at least 2 to 3 case breaks of it. going to use at least one case for some mixers. We'll get back to running more mixers. With more product coming out, it's easier to run mixers. Right now, like, what am I supposed to run a mixer with? Series 1, Series 2, and I mean, I guess I can run some 2022 products, but I'm talking out of like 2023 product. There's not really much to run a mixer with. Not much has come out so far this year. I do actually have 6 boxes of 3 and 2 coming. I don't know if anybody saw the debacle with that, where they're putting the rookie card logo on prospects. But nonetheless, the 3 to 2 has a great checklist and everything's pretty low numbered in it, so I figured I'd scoop up a couple boxes of that. I also have, I think WWE Revolution came out today. Was it Revolution? I think so. Have an inner case of that coming, 8 boxes. They opened it up on Thursday and it had to come from Michigan again, so I didn't get it today on opening on like the release day. So it should be based on what UPS and FedEx says. Now I don't know how true that is. Now UPS is supposed to be going on strike next or in August if they don't get their labor union agreements down. But it says that FedEx and UPS does not I shouldn't say acknowledge, does not celebrate or observe Juneteenth, so I should be getting all that stuff Monday. Not the tribute, the wrestling and the 3 and 2. So when I get 3 and 2, we'll run it. Probably actually throw that in mixers because that's not real. I mean, it's only like 5 cards. Not really a great product to run as just a regular break. Get some nice numbered cards there. All cards here ship with their teams. Just going through. We got 246 out of 299 on the orange foil. And Austin Fishbach used to tell me that Thomas Foose doesn't miss. I mean, other than he misses breaks, because that boy's been like Houdini, a disappearing act lately. I haven't seen him around. I don't even know if he's breathing. Can you go send a car over to his house, Austin? We got Ahmad Rosario, 137 out of 2023. But you have since taken his place, as you have not been missing with the Reds in the first hit of the break. We're gonna get Ahmad Rosario on the 2023. Going to the Guardians. And we're gonna have Brad Boxberger. And Mike Trout. Also, I dropped off a bunch of stuff shipping-wise. If you had some stuff here and you need tracking, you should be getting a package. Not all of the Series 2 is in this shipping, but all the 2 newest football breaks and the rest of the Series 2 will be sent out on Tuesday. Obviously, the post office does observe Juneteenth because it will be closed. We have Luis Reyes. So I'll drop it all off Tuesday morning. I'll probably have a lot of the stuff printed out Sunday and all boxed up and ready to go Sunday. We got Will Smith. Might do some Monday. Actually, I'll probably do some Monday because the kids will still be in daycare because luckily their daycare does not observe Juneteenth, so that'll give me kind of a free day to do stuff. There should be an extra card in here, I think, that I'm just literally missing. Could have swore there was a 1988. Maybe. Oh, yep, right there. Let's see. We have Matt Chapman on the 1988. Can confirm the guy is alive. We have Senga. I've come up with some ideas asking around the group. Some of the guys that are in more of the breaks have been in the group for a while. And a few other groups that maybe are a little bit bigger but a little bit smaller about what we can do to make it more interesting or to make it people want to fill stuff more. The 2 biggest suggestions, I'm not going to even put it up to vote. I'm probably going to test the waters with both of them and kind of see how it goes. One is just do a weekly giveaway based on how many breaks we fill. The more breaks filled, the more stuff in the giveaway. We have Ryan Sandberg on the Legends of the Game for the Cubs. As for the other idea was to take essentially slabbed or like already opened up cards that are like big hits and put them either as doing like some people do like mystery packs. I'm not a huge fan of mystery packs, so I like the idea. I know a lot of other groups do that. We got Mookie Betts and Adam the Breaks. I was thinking of just taking slabbed cards, and at the end of the break, everybody literally has a chance to get the card. We have a 64 out of 299 Alex Bregman. Whether it's graded or like just a big hit, like I have some stuff that probably does really would like sells really well, but doesn't have. It's actually a sick looking Alex Bregman for the Astros and Robert Sellers. But do stuff that's either already graded, even if it's not like super high end stuff. Like if I threw like I don't know, hopefully some come back as a PSA 10. But like let's say I had a couple Jackson Holiday base cards or base chrome that came back as PSA 10s, like putting 2 of those in a break, or like a Brooks Lee and a Jackson Holiday, and 2 people at the end would get random off, and like the top 2 guys would each get one of the cards. We got Wilson Contreras for the Cardinals on a 1988. Just trying to add something that not necessarily different, just something a little bit more appealing that whenever we're in between products, because like on release we kill it. It's in between products that everything slows down, and I'm trying to figure out how to keep consistency, because the more consistent we have, the higher the post reach stays in the group, which whenever stuff gets released just makes for a better. We have Byron Buxton here on the pick a game for a shot to win home run challenge. Just the consistency in between product releases allows for the group to stay in people's algorithms and their timelines better. We have Logan Webb on the Aces. I'm also definitely going to start doing a buy-sell trade. I just got to find 2 people that want to help monitor the thread, because if we're going to do a buy-sell trade thread, even if it's weekly or every couple days, it'll probably be a weekly thing, and just refresh it every week. Only because after like a couple days, like the thread itself, probably do it on like Friday, because I would assume on the weekends when most people are going to be active. We got Adley Rutschman's favorite son of Oregon. Just I need to make sure that people are what's it called? Coining their stuff. I was gonna say, and I need somebody to help me watch it, because obviously I'm running breaks or whatever, and people are posting. I mean, all it takes is a guy to post, and just we got Ted Williams on the American League All Stars, and all of a sudden they can't, or somebody not rip somebody off and says, oh, this is a nice hit for the Mets. We got Senga for the Mets on the SSP, going to Michael Weiss. I was gonna say, but that way, yeah, people at least coin their stuff. We're gonna have Chicago White Sox. I know there's people that try to post stuff for sale, and it'll get by like. Yeah, we could do that too. I can't. I mean, if that's something you guys want to be like, hey, maybe share this. I can't. We got Kyle Schwarber. I'm not going to ask people to share stuff on their personal page, because that's their own personal page. I mean, that's really up to anybody else to do that, I was going to say. We got Ozzy Albies on the memorabilia. Never going to turn down somebody helping promote the page, but in reality, I would never ask people to post stuff on their personal page, just in the sense of like, yeah, I mean, that's their personal page. I don't want to ever feel that somebody, like, not that people, I mean, I wouldn't actually be guilt tripping anybody, but you know what I mean. I don't want anybody to feel like, oh yeah, like, I don't know how else to explain it in words. Like, I just would never ask anybody to post anything on their personal page. It's just not the type of person I am. So we have Manny Machado. We've had a lot more people invite other people, which is really nice. We have Mariano Rivera, Josh Jung, and Ryan Kreidler. Nice Josh Jung for the Rangers. I was still crushing the baseball. Going to Jermaine. I'm assuming that's how you say your name. I could just be butchering it. So say I'm sure it's actually not that because, yeah. I think she's of Spanish descent. So, or Latina descent. So I don't think that's probably not how you say it. G's always trip me out in Spanish. I don't know if they're supposed to be like a J sound or... The silver pack into the hobby. Oh, okay. What does it say? Finally got one right. I was gonna say. Most of this stuff loaded in the POS, and what I'm hoping is the company I use for a POS runs their own like little Shopify type like. From what they said is if everything's loaded in the POS with pictures and descriptions, they can just take that information and create a website. See if it works. If not, I'll work on getting a Shopify website up within like the next week or two. I don't really have much travel coming up other than the National at the end of July. What I will say about the National is... don't know if I'll be breaking it. I mean, I'm going to bring stuff to break at the National, like, for the group. Right now, GTS asked me to possibly break in there, in, one of the I don't know if it's per Panini or if it's just for GTS in general, but in one of their stalls or whatever, I guess they have, like, breaking booths. They asked me if I had interest in that. I told them yes. I don't know if I'll get selected or not. I mean, I'm assuming if like guys like Blez apply, they're gonna pick like Blez and whoever else over me. But we'll see what happens. If everyone's gonna be at the National, I guess let me know. Pick out a night we can all go and drink Diet Cokes together or beer or whatever. Find some place around there and go to the bar and. I'll buy like the first round of drinks on like a Friday night or so. Well, I gotta see if they're still having the Panini VIP party, but if they, whatever night that isn't, we'll figure it out if people are gonna be up at the National. I know there's not gonna be a ton of people. Absolutely need me to walk the floor to find you something, that's fine. Just when I find it, you're gonna have to either you're gonna have to PayPal me the money minus the fee, like plus the fees or whatever else if you're looking for something in particular with a price. Don't have a problem going one day and just looking for cards for people during the day. If anyone's looking to build a rainbow or looking for a specific card, we have Hank Aaron in 1988. I don't know if anyone's ever been to like a. I would say apparently the Dallas show is just as big as the National is. So I don't know if anybody else has been to like one of the big card shows, but I don't go to many of them mostly because it's not 100% my cup of tea. I just don't like the used car salesman. The used car salesman version of like what the card show is. We have Trey Turner in the sense of like having to like people just pretty much put a sticker price and they're willing to drop their price by like $200. This doesn't make any sense to me on most cards. It's like for instance, I was trying to buy Bregman, like some Bregman rookie stuff last year, and the dude like called me like 30 minutes before the show was going to close because he couldn't get anybody to buy the cards for the price he wanted, and I offered him like the highest prices he had all weekend, and I was like, bro, I'm already like halfway back to Maryland. Like, we got Senga again for the Mets. We're going to have Shohei Ohtani on the silver for the Angels and Brian. And Jackie Robinson. And I get like if like your main source is like a store or even as a person is like reselling cards, like I completely understand that and you can't just go down low on prices, but I mean, his prices were like above what the eBay, where I could go buy one on eBay. I mean, for the same price he was trying to sell it after taxes and the shipping. Which is fine. Like, I get people have to pay comps, but it's going to be hard to get that at a show when people are paying in cash compared to I can just get it on eBay. We get 385 out of 2023 for the Rockies. Also going to Michael. I have Alfonso Rivas for the Cubs on the red foil 86 out of 199. Going to Robbie Coleman. Still football select breakup. I think there's like 10 teams left in it. There is the dual case still of hobby for Series 1 and Series 2, 2023. There was a Salvador Perez, Venezuela right there. Oh, look at that. We're going to get a good old Ken Waldachuk 1988 on-card autograph for the Athletics. And Robbie Coleman. As well as the Bowman break, which has some Sapphire and obviously Jumbos. There's also the Pokemon that has Paldea Evolved, which is the new set that came out. 2 booster boxes at, so 72 packs. Francisco Lindor on the home run derby, or not the home run derby card, the home run. Got to pick a game the day before or earlier. Do not pick it the morning of unless you do it before, I think, like 5 a.m. There's a lot of people complaining about them picking the cards the day of and Topps not recognizing it at all. We have Juan Soto. There's a lot of complaining about that. I mean, I talked to one of the Topps guys about it that owns my account, and he just pretty much says, I guess their system is so finicky that they don't do it because the system doesn't recognize it as like being entered earlier in the day. They just recognize it being entered that day, and the system doesn't know what time people enter the code is, I guess, what the actual issue is. Which just sounds like a terrible coding job, but everyone's been to Topps website, so can't say it's coded the best way. Craig Kimbrell for the Phillies on the silver foil. And we're going to have Legends of the Game, Chipper Jones. Going to the Braves and Robbie. Have Shohei Ohtani on the American League All-Star card. Kyle Wright for the Braves out of 2023. Randy Arozarena for Mexico. Juan Soto from the Dominican Republic. His on-base percentage is still stupid this year. Like, I know his batting average isn't where it needs to be, but he's such a good, like, plate approach hitter. Yeah, his plate approach is just amazing. We have Xander Bogaerts on the 1988, and moving into the silver pack here. Jordan Groshans for the Marlins. Hunter Brown for the Astros. Hunter Green for the Reds. And David Wright for the Mets. I'm still disappointed that Groshans is not living up to what I thought he was when he was in the Blue Jays organization. But I guess when you don't have like the I guess in my head, I just thought he was going to come up and play like third base or second base for the Blue Jays. I didn't think they were going to trade for Matt Chapman. So if he comes up and plays third base with all the protection he'd have around him, he could bat like at the bottom of the lineup and to play with like 2 or 3 of the best players and some of the best players, I should say, in baseball. I was going to say with Vladdy and Bichette. Shoot, even George Springer, if George Springer stays healthy, he's an amazing player too. So we have David Wright for the Mets. That's going to Michael. 2 silver packs. After this, I am running the a personal for Tom, unless another break fill. I mean, regardless, I'm running a personal for Tom. If another break fills, I'll run it tonight. If it doesn't, anybody wants any personals, there's still 205 for a jumbo, which is still, I believe, I'll keep it below whatever market value is. I'd like to be at 205, but we're not talking about 205 live wrestling, which apparently the bloodline is both broken up. I didn't get to watch wrestling, so now I got to go back and watch SmackDown and see what the hell happened. For anybody that watches wrestling, if you don't watch wrestling, you're like, what are you talking about? I'm sorry, just went on a tangent there, but every time I say 205, I just think of cruiserweight wrestling. So, assuming somebody super kicked Roman, because I seen a thumbnail of him like against the ropes on his behind, so. Not sure I'm 100% sold on what they're doing with the storyline right now, but actually a big fan of the Uso brothers, so I think they're great wrestlers, very adaptable, can kind of roll with any situation, which is nice. We got Anthony Volpe on the silver foil for the Yankees. Looks like this is actually pretty well centered. I don't know what the surface looks like, Robert, but we're going to have Miguel Cabrera and Ichiro. Oh, Alex Diaz just on a regular cup card. I guess he got stuck in the mix at the back end of the middle juiciness of packs. For how many of these cards I pull, I feel like I almost need to charge extra for the Brewers. Gold foil. I feel like I pulled almost the rainbow of this in 9 breaks. Anthony Rizzo. That's going to be the favorite sons of Florida. 73 out of 75 going to the Yankees. And Robert Sellers. I don't know if the top's supposed to be. Oh, no, the top is supposed to be that big. So I think this is actually pretty well centered. Nice Rizzo hit. Significant statistics for Aaron Judge and Dansby Swanson in the 1988. Also, for anybody not getting notifications on Facebook, if you want to, there is a chat where I drop all the break posts in. If you want to get out of the chat, let me know. There's not much discussion outside of that chat when it comes to sports cards. So we got TJ Friedel, one of the fastest guys in the MLB for the Reds. We have Miles Straw on the 321 out of 2023. But if you'd like to be added to that chat, feel free to DM me and I'll add you to it. I'm going to start mentioning that like 2 or 3 times every break. So if you hear about it, just don't just be like, I don't know what this guy's talking about, or tune me out when I start talking about that. We got Kim. higher WAR than Aaron Judge, better player because he's not a Yankee. We got Babe Ruth for the American League All-Star. Actually, Kim's having a really good year, and I argue with somebody about him actually should have a higher WAR than Aaron Judge because Aaron Judge has not been great in the field this year. Normally, Aaron Judge is borderline a Gold Glover, but this year he has been pretty atrocious in the field when it comes to right fielders. And right field is much less important defensive position than shortstop. But, you know, people just call me an idiot, so, you know, welcome to the internet, Joey. Got Chris Archer. Also trying to compare guys' WAR that don't play the same position is just a stupid argument in itself, but we have Elvis Andrus for the White Sox. Didn't see that one coming, going to Darden Freeman in his first break. Got a couple new people. We got Darden, we got Jermaine. Vinny might as well be new as sporadic as he is in breaks. No, I'm joking. Eric Sandquist is a born-again Charm City breaky. I know Eric's been super busy, part of the Pizza Hut Mafia, so say watch out, he might body bag you with a pepperoni roll. We have all aces. I don't know where the rest of your Pizza Hut Mafia is. It's all y'all disappeared. Nolan Ryan for the Houston Astros, and then we got Hunter Brown for the Astros as well. But appreciate y'all joining the group, getting in breaks. We have Michael Conforto on the silver foil. That is for thick cards. Just say, I mean, I sleeve these because I don't think anyone's going to grade them, but it definitely saves me time, when I'm sorting 71 out of 300 on the advanced statistics for the Angels. But it also, I was going to say, saves any type of possible surface issues if you do want to grade any of those foils. I don't know, some people like to just grade things that maybe you're going for all PSA 8s on the foils or higher or something, doing the whole set. You have Mookie Betts and Yordan Alvarez. Collecting's all however you want to collect. You want to still throw them in your bicycle spokes at 35 years old? By all means, you can go ahead and do that too with your cards. No judgment zone here. I don't advise taking J-Rod autographs and doing that with them, but you know. We're going to have gold foil. Have Randy Johnson, Triple Crown leader for the Diamondbacks. Randy Johnson's career is kind of crazy. Like, I mean, he's one of my favorite pitchers ever, but if you go look at his numbers, like, most of the stuff he did was when he was over 30 years old. Like, he had some of the most phenomenal years, like, in his late 30s or early 40s. It's kind of crazy. We got Andrew McCutchen on the favorite sons of Florida and Liover Peguero, who should probably be up full-time next year. I know they got him a rookie card this year for the Pirates, but if the Pirates end up stinking at the back end of the year, you could see him used full-time. But I didn't think with Cruz. I thought that maybe he would come up and play more shortstop with Cruz, but Bay has been pretty good, so they kind of just stuck with Bay. We have Jose Butto, the 2021 Bowman Chrome legend. Let's say if you need a pitcher autograph, that's your guy. We got 238 out of 499 on the green foil. Alec Burleson. This is actually a nice hit for the Cardinals. Going to Rennie. Now, I'm assuming that's how you say your name. I was going to say, could be a little bit wrong, but based on somebody else that had the same name, and he'd always yell at me because I always called him Rene. Because I look at that as the French name for, like, there's soccer players that have that spell their name like that, but I'm going to assume that it's Rennie because that's how his name was. We got Mookie Betts on the memorabilia, but if I'm wrong, just please correct me so I don't just say your name incorrectly over and over again. We have All-Star National League Mookie Betts going to the Dodgers, just the base on the relic card. And that's going to go to Darden. We have Shohei Ohtani and Albert Pujols. I wonder how he's doing. I should probably message him. His mom was going through some stuff, so he's taking a break from cards other than like big soccer breaks, and we don't do big soccer breaks here. Actually, I got to gauge the interest on that because the UEFA comes out. I'm actually waiting to see if Erling Haaland has a... we have 915 out of 2023 for Will Myers and the Reds. If Haaland has autographs in the UEFA stuff that's coming out. We have Ken Griffey Jr. on the foil. Because if he does, I'll definitely get a case and do some personals of it. If not, I'm not sure if I want to even get any of it. We got Logan O'Hoppe. Oh, they were definitely a good 1-2 top of the rotation for sure when they were with the Diamondbacks. I'm just saying it's kind of crazy how much Randy Johnson did. Like, I think he won 3 straight Cy Youngs or something like that in like his 40s. So it's Rene. Or Rena. Yo, look what... here's this... Oh, no, it's different Brewers card. Man, the Brewers just have 2 cards, and they just get... They want to have the whole squad on the card there. We have Jacob deGrom. We have Garrett Mitchell for the Brewers. 1988. Going to Matt. I always just go through that base just praying they slipped in a redemption or something by accident. I was gonna say. You have Harry Ford for Great Britain. And American League Bo Jackson for the Royals. Let's get into silver packs. I'm surprised that there wasn't a big stink. I'm sure that Harry Ford is on there as like that's his official rookie card because it's his first card that's on like the base checklist. But we're gonna have Dale Murphy, Max Scherzer, have Jordan Groshans, and we're gonna get a 25 out of 150 Randy Arozarena on the blue. Going to Eric Sandquist and the Rays. Ooh. Into last pack of the break. Got Hunter Brown, Hunter Green, David Wright, and Manny Machado. Do the break. Let me sleeve these last 5 cards here, and then we'll go over the hits real quick. I appreciate everybody for getting in the break that's not going to stay for the recap, because I know some people just dip set. I appreciate the new people getting in breaks. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to always try to keep a lower price random in the group. Going to try to keep something that's $40 or less random-wise. So look out for that if that's kind of what your cup of tea is when it comes to getting in breaks. It'll always be hobby box based. I don't do any retail stuff, but I just want to... the post reach was like in the low 300, so clearly it was not being reached by as many people as I thought it was, which is always... I was always wondering why it was taken, why I wasn't filling, because normally this stuff fills pretty quick. The last couple have, so, and this one didn't, so I couldn't figure out what was wrong. But then I looked at the post reach because all Facebook's been jacked up. It wasn't showing post reach. I looked at it today since they fixed some stuff, and I seen it was at like 330 or something like that. We have post reach means that's how many people saw the post. We have Randy Arozarena on the Blue Mojo, going to the Rays out of 150. Will Myers out of 2023. Mookie Betts on the base memorabilia. Will Benson on the orange foil. We're going to have Randy Johnson on the Triple Crown leader. Man-made memorabilia. We have Jose Suarez on the advanced statistics out of 300. Have the Black Bregman out of 299 on the favorite sons of New Mexico. Miles Straw out of 2023. Anthony Rizzo out of 75, the favorite son of Florida. Anthony Volpe on the silver foil. We're going to have Kyle Wright out of 2023. Alfonso Rivas on the red foil. We're going to have the Rockies out of 2023 and Rosario out of 2023. Up here on the hit board, we're going to have Major League Material. Ozzie Albies for the Braves on the base. Alec Burleson on the green foil. Ken Waldachuk on the 1988 autograph. And then we have Elvis Andrus on the baseball stars for the White Sox. And you have the Kodai Senga for the Mets. Probably the hit of the break on the SSP. Nice SSP here for the Mets and Michael. That is a break. I appreciate everybody getting in. You guys have a good night and be safe if nothing else fills the night. I'll break anything that fills in like the next half an hour. If it fills later than that, I will break it tomorrow. So we will... I'm going to run the personal for Tom Giuliano, though, on Jumbo for a single Jumbo after this. So hopefully I see you guys there. You want to just see a Jumbo box open randomly. But if anybody else wants one, let me know. It's going to be $205 for a personal. And then we'll ship that out Tuesday. Actually, I can probably drop the personals off tomorrow. The rest of this stuff, though, that I still have to sort some breaks. The rest of this stuff will be dropped off Tuesday. For the personal, I'll probably drop it off tomorrow. Especially if something big's hit in it. But I'll see you guys in a little bit. There's going to be a new video for the personal. So see you guys in like 5 or 10 minutes. I'm just going to message Tom to make sure he's still good to go. See you guys then.